The Monday morning buzz inside Glencorp Industries was louder than usual. People hurried through the lobby in pressed suits and polished shoes, whispering about the mysterious new CEO taking charge that day. Rumors were everywhere. She was young, Harvard-educated, cutthroat, brilliant, but no one had seen her face. Then, the revolving glass doors opened. In came a woman in her early 30s, wearing simple jeans, a loose beige sweater, and a baby stroller in front of her. Her hair was tied in a messy bun, and a diaper bag hung over her shoulder. She looked tired, yet oddly calm. The receptionist blinked, confused. "Ma'am, this building is for staff only. Are you here for an interview?" Before she could respond, a sarcastic voice chimed in. "Oh please," said Jenna, the assistant manager of finance, rolling her eyes. "She's clearly lost. Or maybe she thinks this is a shelter." Laughter rippled through the group standing nearby. The woman didn't flinch. She just checked her watch and gently rocked her baby, waiting. "Look at her," whispered Daniel, from the marketing team. "Probably another single mom looking for a free ride. These types always show up hoping for sympathy." "No wedding ring either," Jenna added with a smirk. "Maybe she's a nanny gone rogue." As the woman stood near the coffee counter, still silent, people moved away, almost offended by her presence. She remained composed, eyes locked on her baby, who gurgled and kicked in his stroller. But one person noticed something odd: Angela, an intern on her first week. She watched the woman closely. Her posture was upright, her watch was a limited edition Tag Heuer, and her diaper bag was actually a luxury leather tote. Angela furrowed her brow. Something doesn't add up. A sudden ding from the elevator broke the tension. Martha, the HR director, stepped out, breathless. "Everyone, up to the boardroom. The new CEO is here and wants to meet the entire team in 10 minutes. People began rushing toward the elevators, eager to impress. Jenna sneered at the woman with the stroller as she walked by. "Sorry, sweetheart. No babies allowed in the boardroom." The woman just smiled gently. "That won't be a problem." Angela tilted her head. That calm confidence, it didn't match the image everyone had painted of her. In the boardroom, executives and department heads fixed their collars, rehearsed greetings, and gossiped nervously. "Bet she's some cold-blooded corporate robot," Daniel muttered. "Who brings a baby to work anyway?" Jenna whispered, still smug. Suddenly, the door opened. The same woman from the lobby entered, now wearing a fitted navy blue blazer over her sweater, her hair neatly pinned back. The baby cooed softly in her arms. There was silence. And then, shock. "I'm Evelyn Moore," she said, voice steady and warm. "And I'm your new CEO." You could hear a pin drop. Daniel nearly dropped his coffee. Jenna's face flushed crimson. Martha looked like she was going to faint. "Angela?" She smiled wide. She knew it. Evelyn calmly walked to the head of the long oak table and gently placed her baby in a portable crib set in the corner. The baby smiled and waved his tiny hand, breaking the tension just a bit. "I wanted to walk through the front door today, not as a CEO, but as a woman, a mother, and a stranger, to see who I'd be working with. To see who you are, when you think no one important is watching." Evelyn's gaze swept the room. 10 years ago, I was sleeping in a women's shelter, holding this same baby in my arms, except he wasn't smiling then. He was sick. And I had nothing, not even a high school diploma. Everyone listened, frozen. But one person believed in me. A woman named Mrs. Carter at a legal aid clinic hired me to file papers. No judgment. No comments about my clothes, or my crying baby. Just trust. She paused. Today, I own 4 companies. I lecture at Stanford. I invest in young entrepreneurs. And I bought this company because I saw potential, but not just in the numbers. I came here to build a culture of compassion. Her tone hardened slightly. But this morning, what I heard. It reminded me of the same judgment that nearly crushed me a decade ago. The jokes. The stares. The whispers. Jenna. Daniel. They froze. Jenna's hands trembled. You represent the exact mindset I built my life escaping. But this isn't a punishment, it's an opportunity. Change your mindset, or change your company. There was a heavy silence. Evelyn looked over at Angela. But then there are people like her. Who choose to observe, not assume. That's leadership. Angela flushed with pride. That night, Evelyn sat alone in her glass-walled corner office, her baby asleep on the couch behind her. She stared out at the city skyline, thinking of the nights she had slept on buses, studied with her baby beside her in libraries, and begged clinics to treat her son's chronic asthma. She remembered being turned away from job interviews for bringing a baby in a sling. She remembered eating one meal a day so her son could eat two. And she remembered the few kind souls, like Mrs. Carter, who said, "You are more than your circumstances." The next few weeks weren't easy. Daniel complained behind Evelyn's back, saying she was too emotional to lead. Jenna tried to be fake nice, but her cruelty seeped through her smile. Evelyn gave them chances. Training. One-on-one mentoring. But ultimately, she made a bold move. She fired Jenna publicly after she humiliated a receptionist for wearing cheap shoes. And she demoted Daniel after catching him mocking a working dad on Zoom who had a toddler in the background. Competence without compassion, Evelyn said, is not welcome in this building. Policies changed overnight. On-site childcare was introduced. Paid parental leave doubled. Flexible hours were given to working parents and caregivers. Emotional intelligence became a metric in quarterly reviews. People grumbled at first. But then, morale skyrocketed. Productivity went up. So did retention. And employees began sharing their own stories, single dads, caregivers, employees who had once hidden their hardships. Now, they had a CEO who understood. A year later, Glencorp was named one of the top 10 best places to work in America. Evelyn stood on stage, holding her now toddling son's hand. I built a life while carrying a baby, she said. And today, I lead a company while holding his hand. She looked into the crowd. Let this be a reminder, never mock someone for carrying a burden you don't understand. They might just be carrying greatness with them. Angela was promoted to team lead. She often shared how Evelyn's trust gave her courage to speak up more, to lead with empathy. Daniel quietly apologized one day. You taught me something I didn't know I needed to learn. As for Evelyn, she kept a framed photo on her desk, a young mom sitting in a shelter, holding a sick baby, smiling bravely at an uncertain future. It read, "You're not weak for starting at the bottom. You're powerful for refusing to stay there. Never underestimate someone because of their struggle. Behind every burden, there may be brilliance. Behind every baby, a future. And behind every mother, a miracle waiting to happen."